Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? In this video I'll be showing you step by step on how to create these art embellishments. They're very jelly-like, and I share in the video this also, and it's very jelly-like, just almost the same as my paper skin that I shared with you guys on how to make a graphic paper skin. This is just no graphics. It's very jelly-like. It reminds you of a fruit roll-up, just like these here. And I'll show you guys how to make some art mixed media embellishments. So stay tuned. See you there. Hi everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are doing very well. Remember those transfer gel skins we did about 4 videos ago maybe? If you would like to see how to make a graphic skin, a paper skin basically, look at my DIY playlist. Just click my name right there, DIYs with Sigrid Soto, and then it'll take you to the second page, and right there is where you'll see up on top playlist, right underneath my banner. And I showed you guys how to do step by step the paper skins, and then I showed you guys how to back it with fabric. Then I turned it into a journal. Although I didn't do this on camera, I am going to do it on camera to share with you guys how to make this. I won't be doing the same stitch, but I'll be doing an easier stitch. But today we're going to be making skins, but only using printable texture paste. So here's a skin. Now, I was on live chat with Stacy Evans, Pink Poodle Crafts, and she had seen my skins and she was inspired to do a skin herself without using a transfer. So she just did it directly, just using texture paste. She did a little tiny square, and I did a bigger one. And that way I can run this through if I wanted to, through my Big Shot, or even punch out designs and stuff like that. So I already had this ready. I had done this about 2 weeks ago with her, and it's been drying for 2 weeks now. So it's just been sitting around. It's really cool. It's just like my paper skins. It's just a little sticky. Other than the paper skins are not sticky at all. They're very nice and glossy. This is a little sticky, but that possibly, actually the sticky part is the part that was facing down on my craft sheet. So let's get to making. What I'm going to do is something she did. I just watched her video tonight, and we're going to do this together. We're not going to make this here. Well, maybe we will. If I have a little square, maybe we will. But she did it through Stencils. You'd have to go check out her video. I'm going to do it through a different kind of stencil. And I'm using DecoArt's Dimensional Effect printable texture paste. Then I'm going to do another one with modeling paste. So, I'm going to mix it up a little. You can use these for putting on the fronts of your journal. That one I already know is going to come out a little messed up, but that's okay. I pushed a little too hard. I'm using the little star stencil. Don't push too hard. But you do want somewhat of a thick, not too thick, but thick enough. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch off and use a different spatula. I didn't like that one. Just going to use this one here. Take it slow. Don't rush. I'm going to let this dry 24 hours. So as soon as we're done running this through, I'll turn off the camera and you'll see me on the second part once it's dry, and we'll lift them all together. We'll lift them together. That's what I'm trying to say. So definitely take your time and hold down your stencil and try to give it a good swipe. Okay, that's good. Okay, those are pretty good. That one's okay. I need to come back and put a little bit more on that one there. This one right here. And then let's do this heart. Now don't move that. Over here. Just going to spread some like that. And I'm just going to run it through this heart. Now hold your stencil down. Oh, there was a hair. That's pretty good. It's good enough. So leave that there, and then we're going to do the moon over here. I'm just going to turn it sideways. And since I know that this texture paste works very well, since I showed you guys this here, I definitely want this moon to come out, so I'm not going to test it yet. I'm not going to test the other paste on the moon. I'm going to test it on something else that I can care less for. But I really want the moon to come out, because I want to use the moon in front of a journal. And if it does go under some, it'll be perfectly fine, because you can actually cut through this. I'll show you right now. Well, not right now. I'll show you in a second. Give it a few goes until you feel that you got a good amount on there. That's good enough. Okay, is that good enough? Let's see. I can always come back and put a little bit more. Let's see if I can use my finger. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm using my finger, and that's fine. So I can kind of still see my craft mat through there. So I'm going to use my finger right there. That's good. Clean off my fingers, put it back in. This stuff is like gold to me because I don't have much of it left. This is all I have left. A little 4-ounce jar. Yeah. It'd be smart to put some saran wrap and then close it up. Keep it nice and sealed. So for our testing, we're going to use modeling paste by Artist Loft. Now this stuff is a little tough to get out. Actually, I'm going to run it right on top, like that. I do suggest you use bigger stencils and not small stencils. Bigger, like this big, so it's almost like the size of my palm. The little ones, bigger than my thumb, should be fine. I'm not sure if this paste, this modeling paste will work, but we'll find out. I have a feeling that it will crumble when we try to take it off, but it might not. So we'll find out together. We pushed a little too hard up there. Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Then I'm thinking that once these dry, you can possibly, I'm not sure, because I have not seen this technique other than on Stacy's channel, Pink Poodle Crafts. I'm assuming, well, I think actually you can, when they're nice and dry, stamp over them and paint them up. So it'd be fun to put letters or some kind of design on them once they're dry. Possibly you can put some impressions before they dry. Like in this stage right now. I'm more than positive we can. If you are not like me and are not trying to be frugal, you could probably get through this quicker than myself, but I am trying to be frugal with this stuff. Should put it on this side. Okay, now I'm going to use my finger and go and patch up the little parts that I missed. And I can see through right there. I'm not sure if I did that after or if I left it that way, so I'm going to come in and patch it up with my finger. Just by taking the extra off from the other ones we did. That's different. Okay. So the reason I say that we can definitely cut through these is because this is so pliable. Look. Squeezing it and then undoing it, and you can still take it apart. This came from something else on my desk. You see? So that's cool. You can make some faux leather out of this. Probably this side here. Alrighty, so that's that. And I'm thinking that once it's in the middle stages of being dry, most likely you can go and add some texture on top, some kind of impression. A stamp, maybe one of those red stamps. I don't know what they're called, red rubber stamps. There we go. So you guys will see me 24 hours later, and we'll lift off the stencils and then we'll peel them off our craft mat. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Okay guys, we're back. It's been a little more than 24 hours. Maybe like 26 hours. And I haven't fussed with them, you can tell. Look, they're still stuck. Alright. So, let's lift the heart. And I can zoom you guys in. I forgot to zoom you guys in last time or earlier in the video when I was doing these. Okay, so it looks like it pretty much needs to be somewhat cut out. Let's see. I'm looking for maybe like an X-Acto knife, somewhat of that. But I don't want to cut into my stencil, of course. So I'm just going to cut along the inside. I definitely don't want to cut my craft knife, my craft mat, for sure. You know what? Let's just pull it off and see what happens. Okay, it definitely comes off the craft mat really nice. And so now to figure out how to take it off. There we go. No, I'm going to have to cut that. I'm just afraid to use the craft knife because I don't want to ruin my stencil. I'll just be really careful. I mean, it's coming out for sure. Okay, I know what I'll use. These little surgical scissors here. So I suggest try wiping. I don't want to talk because I don't want to cut my stencil. There we go. We're doing it. Just needed a little bit of help. Okay, so this definitely worked. For sure. Don't mind the little hairs. For sure it works. So one side, just like the other piece I showed you guys, is glossy because of the craft mat, and the other side is matte. Now, you could paint something on there and then throw it here. You can get something rounded. Like for instance my water bottle. Don't mind the leaves in there. There's just mint and basil in there. It's really floppy, right? You see how floppy that is? It'd be nice to put on a water bottle or any surface, a vase, a vase. Okay, so we know for sure that works. That's perfect. I mean, it's really nice actually. I'm going to make some more. Alright, do you guys see? This was the molding paste, was it? Modeling paste. It's coming up nice. Same thing, it's really shiny. This is, again, is the same one we just did earlier, which is the, oh my god, I forgot. And I put the bottles away. Well, you guys will see that in the beginning of the video. So, the part that hits the surface of the craft mat is nice and shiny, and then the opposite is more rough and textured. And I totally forgot to, this reminds me of like rice paper, as a matter of fact. This one here is the modeling paste. I think that's what it is. Molding paste. It's pretty cool. Cracked a little, but it's still pretty cool. And should we test it and bend it and see what happens? Actually bends quite well. So that'll be cool to use in mixed media. That one cracked. So you just gotta be careful pulling it out. I keep meaning to say, so maybe you can be cleaner than I am when running that one cracked, so it's not even worth me pulling on. Cool. Pretty much worked on the big ones. This one cracked a little too, but I'll still use it. There's a little bit bigger. That one cracked. Okay, so the smaller ones are not really worth it for me. That one's okay. Now you could glue them down onto canvas, paper, the fronts of journals. So this one cracked, so it's fine. I won't be using the ones that crack. That one cracked. That one came out. That's just fine. That one came out fine. That one came out. No, that one cracked. Okay. So I said, use what you like. Play around, have fun, experiment. So here comes the stars. Now, they feel quite thin. I probably could have went over them a little more. If I can just get it started, it'll probably come out just fine. So I'm pushing my finger through towards me. Alright. As a matter of fact, you can paint some glow-in-the-dark paint on top of these and they'll probably stick to your window. Okay, that's a wonky star just because it didn't come out too well. I'm gonna call it maybe a dud on this one, but maybe the next heart will be fine. I mean, next star will be fine. Let's pull on another one. Okay, that didn't work. Did it work? Kind of. Do you see that? Right there. If I follow those lines, I could possibly get it. So what did come out right? The heart. The heart came out right. That was a really nice, big, even one shape. So, let's see. Personally, I think I will stick to the bigger shapes like the heart. Let's see if the moon will work. Okay, so that's okay. But is it worth the trouble? Not for these smaller ones. Not for me. It might be for you though, and maybe your technique will work out. And mine just did it for the stars. Let's see. Still want to pull from the end, because some of you might be saying pull from the sides. Okay, so we're going to pull from the sides. Let's see what happens. I mean, you can see the stars there, but it'd just be much easier just to run your stencil over whatever project. I mean, you could see them there. I mean, it's fine. Let's see. Cut around and you can get your stars. Just not worth it for me. Let's see if the moon is going to work out for us. Just trying to get it started here. Yeah, seems like these bigger ones will work just fine. Okay. So this one I kind of think I would, and the heart I would definitely give it a go for a specific project. Still a cool technique. It's still something cool to play with. It's still very different. It's different than a sticker. The feel is very different. You see that? So the moon, I think, came out perfect. You know, trim that up. The heart, definitely. And it's just very jelly feeling. It's very cool feeling. The stars, I mean, they're there. They are there. Just not something I would probably take the time to do. So definitely would do these bigger pieces. There's the stars. The circle, the feeling of it is cool. But they weren't perfect circles. But they still can be used as planets. They actually would make some awesome planets. So you got that. So you would have the moon and some planets. A few of the tiny ones came out. Star right there. It's pretty cool. Definitely would suggest, if you're going to start doing these, work on something big like this. A stencil at least bigger than your hand, or your palm of your hand, and you'll be good. Pretty good thick layer, and you'll be good. So thanks for sticking by and listening and being here, and I'm grateful for you guys. So we're going to be coming back with another video. The journals. I'm gonna make some journals with you guys. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.